Hey, what's up? Today I want to talk about the basic problem of scarcity. Uh, well, when it comes to money in your life and just your thinking about money, which can be a big fear in people and stuff like that. Now, before I begin, down below there's a link in that description, and if you click on it, there's actually training on what I truly believe to be the most important skill to learn when it comes to digital marketing. Now, the great thing about having a job is you get that secure paycheck. Okay. Now, obviously, nothing's 100% guaranteed in life, but you're pretty sure at the end of the month you're going to get so much money. Okay. Now, thanks to marketers who are just wonderful salespeople, right? Uh, Most people, they spend so much money and they buy so much stuff that at the end of the month, they have no money. Um, In fact, 78% of full-time workers in 2017, this is according to some poll, uh, they live paycheck to paycheck. So basically, they got their money at the beginning of the month, and at the end of the month, they had nothing. Boom. Without that other paycheck coming in, they'd be like super broke, especially if they lost their job. So you can see why a lot of people have this scarcity mentality when it comes to money because, well, a lot of people just don't have it, especially at the end of the month, right? So one idea, I know this may sound pretty easy. Well, it sounds easier than it really is for some people, is just to stop spending the money, right? Start cutting things. And one of the most valuable things that I've ever done in my life, personally, is actually go backpack and hike the Pacific Crest Trail. I just did the Oregon section. That was enough for me. But what made it so valuable is all I did was wake up, I walked, and I looked forward to just like getting water or taking small breaks, like basic food. So I didn't really have anything. And it really kind of retrained my brain a little bit into realizing that, hey, I could live without tons and tons of stuff, you know? And there's a saying with backpackers that you pack your fears. And there's a lot of truth to that. I mean, even as a backpacker, I had nothing, but I still carried way too much stuff. You notice that with beginners, right? Remember that movie? What was it? Some book. It was like Wild or some crap. Anyways, where she had this like massive backpack. That's why it's like you pack your fears, right? What you're scared of. So we all live in self-made cages. Do you think that's true? Yeah, I absolutely do think there's a lot of truth to that. We limit ourselves in a lot of ways. We are our own worst enemy. Okay. I have a good friend of mine who needs $100,000 a year just to survive. He says that's his lifestyle. Um, it's crazy, right? Well, to some people it is. I mean, if you're a multimillionaire, then you're going to be thinking you're in poverty if you have $100,000 a year. And the interesting thing about this, if you look at the whole world, okay, because I don't know where you're watching it from. Maybe you're watching it from the UK or America or some other place. But 71% of the world's population actually lives on less than $10 a day. So next time you think you're poor, look at those numbers because you're probably have more money than that. I mean, you're watching this thing on some device. All right. Um, so one of the best tips is really save up 6 months of living expenses. I feel I because what it does, if anything bad happens, you get fired from your job, you're not going to be all stressed out. Hell, I got fired from a few jobs. One time I got fired was for this really nice restaurant. I never got one complaint, and they were like, Kevin, boop. I think it was politics. I don't know, but that's the saying. Plus, you're not gonna be so needy. You can always say, fuck you. You can say that. It feels good. Like, okay, and you got some money saved up, so you're not so needy of money, which is not the best thing to be, I think. It's like uh needing of like a relationship when you're single ooh, people smell that and go, I don't want that shit. But when you have somebody, and then people are going to be like, oh, he's not so needy, that he's an attractive person or something. Another way to look at money and the scarcity of money is to realize that it's just a piece of paper, man. I mean, yeah, it's just, there's nothing backing it. Back in the days, there was like gold backing the currencies. Um, but now it's just a good faith of the United States government. Um, and of course, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies is a completely different beast. That's another rabbit hole that goes down deep. Boom, 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 boom. Now, I'm just gonna give you my 2 cents on it. But I like the idea of cryptocurrencies. If you really look at it, they say there's three types of money. There's God's money, which is like gold and silver. There's uh, the government money, which is you know paper currencies, fiat currencies, and then there's the people's money, which is the cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they even got a Chuck E. Cheese token. um, there's like there's like a shitload of like 1,000 cryptocurrencies or some crazy amount. But the thing is, the way I was looking at it the other day is they say it's the people's money, but it's still the government's money because I'll even give you a couple examples. It is the government's money. The government can do whatever what they want. Like even Russia banned cryptocurrencies and then they create their own cryptocurrencies. So they allow it there, but they can put a stop to it at any time they want. So it is the people's money, but it's still the government's money. It's still a fiat currency like paper currencies in a lot of ways, but it's just a little bit more complicated. Uh, but yeah, that was just my kind of thoughts on about it. Am I wrong? You let me know in the comments below. Another idea is, have you ever tried to get on an exchange, you know, like upload funds and buy cryptocurrencies? It's not easy. They make you jump through a bunch of government regulations and hoops. So, just my thoughts. But there are some good ideas to it. Um, but the reality is it's just a pain in the ass to upload your funds, get verified, move the funds over, and then take the funds out to get back into paper currency. So there's potential for it, but right now it's not. Who knows what will happen in the future for it. Uh, what I mean by potential is, does it really add a lot of value to people's lives now? You tell me. It's just my 2 cents. Maybe it's worth that. But anyways, but the reality is you can always get more money. They just print the shit. Uh, so when you spend the money, one thing that helps me get out of that scarcity mentality is to tell myself, yeah, there's more of it where that came from. I can always get more money. And I truly believe I can get more money. And I know how to get more money. So, I don't have the issues of scarcity, of hoarding the money. And, I have a little bit of hoarding mentality, I guess. We all do. But that's one idea that can help you out. Okay? All right. So to me, it really comes down to risk. And my whole attitude is I'll risk it all as long as it doesn't put me out of business. Uh, you know, so you gotta be kind of careful. I mean, I started a lot of businesses where I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna work. This is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And it flops. Boop. You know, like look at another example is Kevin, the guy who started Instagram, right? His first business was an address app that flopped. And then instead, what he did, he didn't throw all this, money at it or whatever. He went and changed it to a picture app and was hugely successful. Sold it to a Facebook for $1 billion. Now, he clearly didn't get the best price. He could have got a lot more for it, but still $1 billion. I mean, so much money. What are you gonna do with that? I mean, that's just gangster money. So it's kind of interesting about that. And there's a couple other stories I know of a guy who was like very in his retirement age, and he thought this one app was gonna work, so he put all of his money behind it, and it flopped, and it took him out of business. It really hurt him. That's why when it comes to business, the biggest reason people get out of business is they spend themselves out of business. They just spend too much money, which is pretty easy to do. Okay, so one of my always big beliefs that I've always had, is to put yourself into profit as cheaply as possible. Okay, cheap. That's why I do a lot of advertising for free. And then once you have that money, then you can reinvest it back in your business. But you want to put yourself into profit cheap, ASAP. Um, so that's my thoughts. What do you think? All right. So am I wrong? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks a lot for your time. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. If you're interested in marketing something online, there are skills which you absolutely need to have. Well, you can figure it out on your own, but you're gonna go through a lot of pain, energy, and money if you don't know certain skills when it comes to internet marketing. Uh, I know because I flopped, flop many times. So don't do what I did, okay? Shorten the path to success, learn valuable skills, click that link below, and have a very cool, rad rest of your day. Bye.